Hello, hello. Can you guys see this background too? I don't know if I like that. Hello. I don't want that background there. Where can I change it? All right, everybody. Tell me. It clashes with my sweater. Tell me where you're from, what you're doing, what you're drinking, if you're drinking anything. I am on Vancouver Island. I am in Nanaimo. There we go. And I am drinking some delicious, it's called First Frost tea. It is delicious. It's from Murchie's. And one of the lovely ladies who often shows up to our chats, she had recommended it. She would always be like, "Oh, I'm drinking Murchie's or whatever." So come on and tell me where you're from and what you're drinking. I have just been having the coziest day. It's been getting more and more fall like. It's been getting very windy here on Vancouver Island, which it does. And we often get like crazy windstorms and all of the things. And I really just love to get cozy with like a tea and a movie and some kind of cozy YouTube. I actually have my other channel, which is called Minimalist Home Living. I have just been like living up the coziness and doing some like cozy cooking and all of the things. So join me over there if you have not. I did a call or a video the other day, where I was making Christmas cookies and it was so good. All right, let's see. Angela having Diet Dr. Pepper. Yum, I like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's good. I'm gonna fix this. There we go. There we go. And Misha, Donnie, Angela, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Sandra Thomas and Ladybug, Ginger Tea. Hello, warding off the cold. Oh no. Janice drinking water. There's just something. It's so interesting. Like if you were to say to me like, "Do you want fall weather right now?" I'd be like, "No." I want cozy winter weather now, but in August I'll be like, "No, I want the fall weather." So welcome everybody. I'm really excited. Today we're going to chat about sort of like decluttering or organizing mistakes that a lot of people make. And a lot of people, they don't realize it, but they're making a huge mistake that is keeping them kind of not where they want to be. Maybe you want to be in a tidy, clean, and organized home, but instead you're not. You're still struggling with things and you're like, how do I get on top of this? So let's chat about that before we get into some other fun topics to talk about today. Hello, Kim and Maureen from South Africa. Minty Fresh Clean from New Jersey. Not drinking anything. I should be drinking more water. Yes, you should. Definitely drinking. In fact, I need to remind my husband, you guys, my husband has been snoring so much lately. And he got tested for sleep apnea, and I don't even think he has it. So I was like, he's got to drink more water. I'm going to text him right now because he's about to leave for work. I'm going to say, bring water. So anyway, let's chat about the biggest mistake that people make when they are trying to get on top of stuff. And the biggest thing is that they think they need to get organized, and that if they just rearrange things just a little bit, buy some bins, get some shelving, that is going to solve all of their problems. And I totally get it. Like for our whole lives, we've heard, like, I just need to get organized. So often people say, "Oh, I just need to like spend a couple weekends organizing things." And I remember I had a friend, I went to her house once, and she was like getting something out to lend me in one of her kids' rooms. And she had like all of these bins, and it was really organized. And I thought, wow, I just need to get organized, not recognizing that she was very naturally very organized, and I'm not. But you don't have to be naturally organized to get on top of things. You don't need the perfect storage system. In fact, there are so many things that can fall into place naturally once you do this one thing. So let me know in the chat what you have done in the past to try to organize your things? Did you buy the totes? Did you get the shelves? For me, I remember I asked my uncle to build some shelves in our last house in our garage, and he built these lovely built-in shelves, which were so great. And it was lovely, but it did not solve our problem. And it's funny because sometimes you almost think, oh, like I'm just like going to now I have room for more stuff or whatever. So let me ask you this. Does everyone who invests, like if this was the answer, does everybody who invests in fancy organizers spends a weekend rearranging their things or buys new storage containers have a tidy, stress-free home? No, they don't. No, they don't. In fact, you may actually be making the problem worse by trying to organize your clutter. Um, because in all honesty, you can't organize clutter. You can move things around and it truly can just result in uh, bins with stuff stacked on top of it. Instead, maybe, yes, like you had a pile of stuff under the stairs or in a closet, and maybe it looks a little tidier, but it isn't. And it often doesn't stay that way. So, what we actually can do is create a clean and organized home with less stuff. And I'm going to tell you about my tidy method. And step two is kind of going to be the answer to today's question we have for ourselves. So first, the first part of the method. Now, a lot of you may know I'm a trained emergency nurse, not working as an emergency nurse right now. But the most important thing every time we saw somebody was we need to do a quick assessment. We would triage them. And this is what we're doing with our stuff. We are going to assess and identify where the real problems are. What areas are overflowing in your house? You could be like, well, my closet is crazy. I have so many things in there that don't fit or that I don't wear, but I just feel paralyzed. I don't know how to tackle it. Or maybe in your kitchen, you're like, every time I open a drawer, it's like cram full and things are like, it's stuffed in there, but I know what I need, but then I know there's stuff in there that I don't use, but it's like overwhelming. So what you can do is we're going to triage. We're just going to assess what is in those areas and what parts of our house are making us feel the worst and are affecting us the worst. And you can even do this in other areas of life. This is actually one of the things that I love the most about my um, mighty method is that you can use it for where you have time leaks, where you have money leaks, where you have energy leaks. These can be just your whole life. Um, and one of the biggest things that I was doing um, with all of this is I was losing time and energy by managing my stuff. I would be moving stuff around and doing the like organizing weekends, which truly is going to do nothing but waste your time. Um, Not very loud today, Jeanette says. Am I quiet for everybody or is that just for Jeanette? Let me know in the chat. Hello, Madeline. Madeline. I'm gonna have to take a sip of tea and let me know. Like, do you struggle with trying to organize and then not realizing that there's three important things that we need to do to get on top of things? So the next thing, after we have recognized where the problems are, and that's what you do, is you're looking at where are the big problems. Thank you, Maggie. Is we have to simplify, and this is the step. And you may have been like, "Oh, I figured that that's what she was going to say." But yes, like you cannot organize clutter. Trying to organize clutter is like trying to rearrange the deck chairs on a sinking ship. It just will not work. And that is where one of your time and energy leaks are. If you're spending so much time moving things so you can clean or not cleaning because you have to move things or you have to go through things or leaving things stacked up because you need to go through them, that is what is holding you back. So simplify is the next step in the mighty method and it's crucial. And you can do this for everything. And it's not just removing or rearranging things, it's removing the stuff that you don't need. And it's the items that are taking up both the physical and the mental space because if you're anything like me, the mess, and it might not even be like a full mess, but the mess is what makes you feel kinda like, ugh, and kinda bad. And I'm glad to hear that the sound is good from everybody. Thank you. The other lady who was saying, just turn it up a little bit. I think that's good. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see all of you here. Susan says, I purchased bins and baskets several years ago. Some are being used, but a lot are empty and masquerading as clutter. And that's the thing. So that's why we need to do the simplifying. Because once you do simplify, it's so interesting because I believe that for a lot of us, it is very easy to organize at that point. You could almost say things organize themselves. Now, I did a declutter of a place in my house that I have been talking about for years. Some of you may know. And I am so excited. And I ended up very easily knowing what I could let go of and then what needed to stay. And then what was staying was very easy to organize and put away because I had removed the excess stuff. And even if you're like just we could go beyond, like I said, like the physical stuff, but also like what activities are draining your time and your energy? Are we prioritizing areas that are taking that from us, that are those energy leaks, that are those energy sucks that we're actually not getting a lot out of, and that might not even be serving others? Like maybe it is your kids. I have a friend, she had a child that was in a lot of activities. And she said to this kid, "You have got to drop one of these." Like, and it was this mother, lovely lady, was run ragged, driving all over the place. Actually, one of the reasons why, the main reason actually why she did have the child to drop half of her activities was because they didn't even have a lot of family time. And think about that. Like are you losing so much of your time? Maybe it's not kids' activities, but maybe it's something else. Maybe it even has to do with like work stuff that maybe there could be some small tweak that you can simplify, that you can delete things. I love deleting things from my schedule. I love deleting things from my budget. I have the You Need a Budget app that I'm in love with, and it just makes it so easy for me to see, holy smokes, look at where we're spending money there, we're spending money there, and I can like take that out, which is so great. So once you prioritize these areas, it makes life so much easier and you will see immediate results. Like you will truly and not only will you see the results in your house, but you will feel them. You will just feel them in your bones. So let me look here at the chat. Um Kim says, nowadays, the only place I really struggle with is my craft room. Totally get that. And can you remove some stuff from your craft room that is maybe not going to be used? And I don't know if you guys have seen like the meme. I wish I had taken a screenshot of it. I just saw it today and it was like somebody saying like, this is my craft room. And somebody was like, oh, what do you make? And they were like, what? And the other person's like, "What do you make with your crafts?" And the person in the craft room was possibilities, right? Like, and I totally get that. I love that. I totally relate to that. I am minimalist light. I am a person who has a ton of hobbies. If you do join me on my other channel, you see, like, I love all the cooking. I love all of the gardening and, things in that in those spaces. But it's like, what do I use? What do I keep? Keep what you use. If you use it, keep it. I never am going to tell somebody declutter stuff that you use. And I honestly don't think any of my other, minimalism friends would either. And Kim says, I know I have too much stuff for my space, but I also believe that I need to improve my process systems. Oh, Kim, I think you're getting to my third step here. Putting things away when I'm done working with them. And Mitzi says, hey, from New Orleans, drinking water, thinking of adding some energy powder. Yeah. Uh, Buckeyes and Beaches says, I bought totes, I bought shelving, I decluttered, and it all felt great until summertime fall shop. With my videos. Here you go. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. You're like literally bringing up step 3 for me. En, I'm a mom of 6 living in about 1394 square feet. Yeah, we're completely decluttered when we moved in, but added 2 more kids. Kids, they take up space. I love it. Holiday home decor is my weakness. I get it. Immediate results and most definitely amazing when you can have them. I haven't used that in months. It goes. I love it. Hey, Michelle. Okay, so let's get to step 3. So step 3 of the mighty method. So once you have looked at everything and you're like, oh, I can see where things need to go. And then you remove that stuff. Then we need to go to step 3, which is thrive. So we got triage, simplify, thrive. Thrive is where we're setting up simple, sustainable systems. And this can actually be very easy. And these are things that prevent the clutter from creeping back in. So, like my lovely friend says, Buckeyes and Beaches, that, she got everything decluttered and then ended up get home decor was her weakness. So this is a great thing. We need to set up the systems to prevent that clutter from keeping back in and to help keep your home tidy. And I love it because if you only simplify and if you only assess the area, triage it, then yes, like you can be like, oh, like this is a problem. I'm going to remove it. But that's when things creep back in. That's where we're running into the problems. So once you create those systems, like my friend Jennifer, who just finished my group coaching program, she decluttered her space and she recognized that it was like still getting like a little bit messy, a little bit cluttered. And she recognized that there were some systems she needed to put in place. So one of them was she gets home from her book club and she would just put her book like where she came in the door on the counter there and other things. And she was like, what could I do? So what she did was she designated a home for her book. And I know a lot of people hate when we say a place for everything and everything in its place. But when you have, it's like every morning I read my Bible and then I can put it away. It has a home. I don't need to leave it lying around. It has a home. I can put it away. And that's exactly what Jennifer did. She gets home. She has a spot for her book, a spot for her purse, a spot for her paper. And now there's nothing in that spot because she has created a system. And so when your home runs like a well-oiled machine, you're no longer wasting time managing all of the stuff, which is so good because then you're gaining that time and that energy back. So first of all, what are you going to do with that time and energy? Like those are, to me, the most important things. Is I can never get my time back. And I, as a 45-year-old woman, need my energy, right? So you've got that back. And then you also have the space to focus on what truly matters, spending time with your family, doing what you love, and feeling at ease, which I think is just so important. So let me look here. Meg, hello. Lola, I love that name. Dallas. My aunt is flying back to Dallas on Saturday. She's visiting us. Working on simplifying Christmas decor. Hard to get rid of my clothes and things from my mother. Or clothes from your mother. Of course, if she just recently passed, then yes, I totally understand. And if she hasn't recently passed, just bit by bit and recognize maybe there's a couple of things you could keep, but for the most part, letting a lot of that go is just going to serve you. And your mom probably wouldn't want you to keep that. Michelle says, I'm doing the 5-day away using the star stickers as a visual. Yay! I'm glad you like the star stickers. I'm through December 10th already. Woohoo! That is so good. Now, if you like what I'm saying about the Mighty Method, I am opening up a new membership soon, and this is going to be amazing. We are going to have, it's a Facebook membership, and it is built around the Mighty Method. And it's going to be uber cheap. There's going to be a community. There are going to be weekly videos and monthly Zoom calls. So this is the thing about the Zoom calls is I miss the Zoom calls from things we've done in the past. I miss seeing people. I truly love seeing your faces. And even if you don't show your face, it's totally fine. But I really, really like it's nice for us to do like the live stream where we can chat, but I like when we can like chat and I can hear what you're up to and you can ask me your questions, all the fun things. So it'll be around the Mighty Method, like simplifying all of the areas of your house, like we're going to have themes, but we're also going to look at some of the bigger issues because we can't tackle the excess stuff in our house. If, for example, we're stuck feeling guilty or we've got those beliefs or those habits and patterns ingrained in us, because a lot of us, we have learned things. Well, everybody has learned stuff as a child. Your subconscious just creates beliefs from even before the age of 7. Really, really hard to break beliefs where we learned from our family. Maybe your family was like, we don't waste anything. Or maybe your family was like, you didn't have a lot of money, or some people, their parents were so tidy that it made it feel like oppressive. And so they're like, no, like I'm going to buy stuff. Even, my husband and I, neither of us grew up with a lot of money, and we were like, if we could buy something, we'd be like, we're gonna do it because we can, afford to now. But that actually does not serve anybody. You just end up wasting money, creating more clutter, and that's what we get. Like if I look every time I declutter, I'm like, gosh, like the wasted money. And that's what's so great about the Thrive part of the Mighty Method is like, we're just like creating those systems. I love it. And yes, Michelle, everything has a home where you would use it and go look for it. Yeah. I'm glad that you think it sounds exciting, Michelle. It's going to be so fun. Like this is the thing is I'm like really craving like the tighter community. We have our Facebook group, which is awesome. And I totally recommend joining the a free Facebook group, but this is going to be good. We are going to come together and it is going to, hopefully go on forever. And I think in the past, like I've had things like I had a membership a while ago and it was built around just like this one course, and there wasn't like a great community aspect to it. So instead, this is going to be different. We're going to have like the weekly videos. There's going to be, it's going to be so fun. Weekly videos coming out forever, Zoom calls, and then you're going to create that tidy, clean, organized home with without like the time and energy leaks. And I just see that so much like for myself where my husband's leaving. I was like, make sure you wave. But yeah, I think it's going to be so fun. I can't wait. I'm so glad you like our group. I'm going to put in the wait list. Join the wait list. Let me know that you're interested in this Facebook group. I think it's going to be so good. Like our membership Facebook group is going to be so fun. I cannot wait. And that's going to open soon. And if you join that wait list, you're not obligated to anything, but you'll also be the first to do. Thank you, Kimba. I'm so glad. So glad. And you guys, like, do you have any questions about anything? Like, ask me anything. Like, we can talk about Christmas. We can talk about your decluttering questions. Um, Anything else? Have you checked out my other YouTube channel? I really, really, if you like just sort of cozy videos with some cooking and some recipes, it'll usually be healthier recipes. But right now with Christmas, I am just going all in on doing my Christmas baking. In fact, I'm going to be recording another one very shortly today, and I'm going to be cooking Canadian classics, Canadian baking classics. So I bet any of my Canadians in this group are going to guess it. Yay, Kim, I'm glad that you're on the wait list too. And Michelle, yay, you guys, you're the best. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. So get on the wait list. Let me know you're interested. I can't wait. I love watching you cooking on your other channel. So much fun. Yay, I'm so glad. Cajun Nagy. Oh, fun. I love that we have people from around the world on here. Like I'm just this girl on Vancouver Island, just drinking her tea, chatting to people all over the world. So fun. I was talking to somebody who was in Georgia earlier today. Fun. All right. Minty Fresh Clean says, I started my Christmas shopping, preparing, but just never finish until the last minute. Well, I'm so glad you said that because I have my Christmas book here, which if you know, you know, I'm usually not. I usually don't have the things I want to reach for here. And one of my favorite things is just to make a list. Oh, my other channel. I guess I'll put a. I will. Hold on a second. Let me just go and get it. I'll put a link to it. And then I'm going to show you my book. And this is how you can sort of stay on top of things. Oh, there we go. And it's by creating a plan. Here's the link to the other channel. I'm on the Texas-Mexico border, 90 degrees here. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm glad you liked you're making the Brussels sprouts. They are so good, are they not? So, Minty Fresh Clean, this is the link. Make sure you do the @ sign to find it. So it's Minimalist Home Living. So this one is Minimalist Home. And this is, I'm gonna put down cooking, YouTube. It's cooking. It's gonna be like mostly cooking, but it's also going to be like simple living. I'm going I've had the sorest back for like 2 weeks. It's my SI joint. So I have seen my massage therapist twice. I've seen my chiropractor twice. I'm going to see him again today. Tomorrow I'm going to see my physiotherapist, but he's in another town tomorrow. He's often here. But the fun part is that I can do a little bit of looking around at some Christmassy decor and things, but I'm probably not going to buy them. But what I am going to do is just like look at it and take videos. I may get like the odd little ornament for like my one tree. I do 3 trees, but my house is very minimal, so it works. But they're like simply decorated and they're spread out. It's a big house anyway, but one of the trees has a lot of food. Like, I want a donut. I have, what is on it? There's a bowl of, like, ramen. There's all sorts of funny things on that tree. There's an apple. Oh, I just love it. Okay, where is my video here? Oh, there we go. I was like, "Am I still live?" I've, like, completely there we go. Okay, let's see. Subscribe. Yay. What is going on? Hold on a second, you guys. There we go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, I can put this in here. Can you hear me now? I love it. Oh, you can hear me. Yay! Okay. Whew. I was having fun. Okay. So let's talk. Okay. So I was showing my control journal. Thank you. Oh, Jennifer, you're here. I was just telling them about how you created your system for when you come home. Okay. So if you are overwhelmed, if you get stressed at Christmas, this is what you need to do is just, and I know a lot of people hate lists, but make a list of the things that you need to do, like need to. Then add in the things you want to do. So one of the things is I put down all of the songs I want to hear in my playlist. Hi, Jenny. I love Christmas, but as an adult, it's less fun than it was as a kid. It there's a lot more responsibility. There's more stuff, right? I will tell you what meal goes with poutine, and yes, it is poutine. um, and so I will put my playlist down below, but write down all the songs you want to hear and make your own playlist if you want. Right there. So I've got pantry staples. That doesn't necessarily need to come first, but instead you could put down the favorite things you want to bake, favorite baking. That's what I started on the other channel. Is I'll put that back up again because I want people to come and find it. I love that channel. It's just so relaxing and fun. Not that this channel isn't, but and so I just put down all of the things I want to make. So then I have my pantry staples list too. And I have myself shopping for those things. I'm actually going today. I've already bought some, but I need to get more. And only like write down the things you want. Like if you don't like baking or Christmas, or not Christmas. Well, if you don't like Christmas, don't get as involved. But if you don't like baking, don't do this part. But maybe you do. So, and then I'll talk to you about the Christmas baking classics. And then planning. So other things like winter stuff, like tire shopping, booking a hotel because we go to Victoria, making a wreath. We see the Polar Express at the IMAX. In fact, I literally just have that up. And last year they were sold out. So I'm checking to see, they're not yet. There's this amazing Christmas train nearby that sells out in like 3 days, and it never used to. I'm so sad we haven't been able to go for years. But anyway, that's fine. So anyway, just like my to-do list. And then for those things that need to be done every year, I put them on my list of planning and I put them in my phone. And then it just reminds me. So for example, like that Christmas train that I missed again, I put down November 1st. And then I was like, it went on sale. I put this note in my phone and it will remind me on November 1st. It says it went on sale on November 5th and sold out in a day. So basically, then I can just remind myself to check it every day. I could actually put a reminder every day for next year, which is great because then you're just ready. We want to be able to relax. And if we get some of the stuff done early, then we can relax. I put like my favorite shows. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I love Christmas shows. And I've got like Scrooge, Die Hard. I've got Christmas shows. I like a lot of the Roseanne Christmases. I just found them so much more relatable. I put hiding spots. I don't have it in there, but in the past, because I have multiple times hidden things from myself and everybody, but mostly from myself. And even just things like thinking about a budget. This is a Fly Lady thing. Doing a home blessing during your home blessing, so your weekly cleaning, putting away your stuff, making a control journal like this, getting your wrapping supplies organized. I have that. I have a reminder for that. So then when I bring something home, I can just wrap it right away, which is handy. And I mentioned the baking already, snacks, Christmas dinner, things I want to have. And I did a turkey dinner. I think I called the video Thanksgiving on my other channel, which is Minimalist Home Living on the screen there. And so I pretty much make the same stuff. Like these are just things I like. I put liquor that's good to have on hand, although I don't really drink much, so I don't think I'll buy any of that. But sausage, like the recipes, and these are recipes that I am cooking on my channel. I just did the shortbread that'll be coming out, or that did come out. And gifts, I put Post-it notes every year layered up with what I want to get people. which is really great. Then I can like look and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. So like um my mother-in-law, she only wants like goodies. So I'm going to do that, get that for her. So yeah, and like back to the Canadian treats. Let me see. I don't know if people heard me ask this. Yeah, I can put the other channel in the chat. There. Now it's in the chat. I have this TENS machine on my back right now because it's so sore, and every now and then it like shocks me and I'm like, "Woo, you can't even tell, can you?" It's gonna do it again. Yeah. All right. Hit the like. Thank you, Lori. Um, yes, Polar Express at the IMAX is so fun. That's not even like my favorite Christmas show by a long shot, but it's just so cozy. I like it so much. The first few seasons of Roseanne were so great. I love the Christmas ones. Anyway, thank you, Jenny. It also becomes less fun when your kids become older. It lets you enjoy the holidays by relaxing. You do get to relax more. And one of the things I love to make, and I'll probably put this on my other channel, is making a Christmas wreath. I make it every year. It's really fun. Like we live in the forest, so I can gather stuff for my own yard. And then there's a holly tree not far away that I go ahead and I take a bit of holly from. It's an invasive species, so I don't feel bad about that. It's also on public land. But yeah, I totally I love doing all of this stuff. But if you're the type that doesn't love to do all of the things, just write down the things that you need to do or that you want to do, and take that burden off of yourself. Like that's what life is for me about right now. It's about simplifying life so that I can enjoy spending time with my family more, with my kids, with my mom, with my other family members. Like so good. So I love it. So that is how you get stuff done, is you just make some lists and you schedule it in. Um, and yeah, I don't know if anybody has any more questions. Maybe we'll finish early. Make sure that you get on the wait list for the Tidy Mighty Club. That's what we're calling it. I asked people, I said, should we call it Tidy Mighty Team? Should we call it Tidy Mighty Club? But Tidy Mighty Team, I was afraid it made it seem like I wanted people to like work on the business. And I just thought that would just confuse people. So I don't want to do that. So go ahead and join the Tidy Mighty Club waitlist. It's going to be so much fun. And I think you're going to get like a ton out of it. And it's going to be like very easy. Very, very easy. All right, everybody. No, the membership is not full, by the way. Michelle, who asked, it has not opened yet. Oh, yes, I do have oh, I've got a question here. Yay, we have a question. Let me see here. First, I'm going to quickly grab my link for my for my control journal, which is my holiday handbook. It is so great. It also gives you the option to, you can see what I have in mind, but then it also gives you the option to make your own. So let me get that link. I'll just put it in the chat here. Oh, thank you, Jenny. That's a very sweet thing to ask. Okay, the question. I did some Christmas shopping and decluttered decorations already. Hooray! I worry about the new kids' toys that will come in. I'm overwhelmed by all the stuff. This is such a great question. And I think one of the first things you could do is continue to declutter. Declutter some of the stuff that you already have. Make room for the new stuff coming in. Now, my one friend, the one who I said was like so organized at the beginning, she actually would make a list of things that her kids wanted or she thought would be good toys for them, and she gave them to the grandparents. Like she basically said, you can give them this. Or she said, and like talk amongst yourselves or whatever. And I think that they really appreciate it. I think the grandparents appreciated it. It seems like a little bit controlled. But my problem with Christmas presents in the first place is I don't like that people feel obligated to give Christmas presents and then they just get whatever because they're like, I have to find a present for dad, or I have to find a present for, this person or that person, instead of being like, oh, I see this lovely thing. So and so would love this. Right. And that is my problem with it. And I don't have like the only answer I have for that is giving like low clutter, no clutter gifts, which um, yes, I posted that video this last Monday. I guess I'll link that below too. I got a lot of things to update in the thingy here, but um, it really just makes such a big difference if you are ready for stuff coming in and maybe you know what to expect. If not, that's fine. But in our family forever, we had like stuff stuck under our tree forever. And I think it was because people didn't know where to put it. They were like, oh, like they had to make space. So then it became clutter. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to give clutter. We want to like, don't you want to give that? I mean, I know we've all done it where you give that gift and somebody's like, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so wonderful. This is so thoughtful. This is so perfect. I have a great idea for my husband. So you guys know that we have our 3 cats. And I thought I was going to see if I could do this with AI myself, but I don't think I can. So there are companies on like Etsy and stuff where you can send them pictures of your cats and then you can make them look all royal and stuff. I thought that would be fun because I have a spot. This just opened up. You guys will see soon next week, where I could put these pictures, and my husband would love it. He just would. So let's see here. Tidy Mighty Tea Time. I know I love that for my affinity for tea. I know I love it. That's so good. Hey, Rabbit. Rabbit says I go for one big item instead of lots of little ones. I like that too. I like that too. In fact, I was also thinking of, and I think I'm going to do this for my husband's birthday. Nobody tell him, but I'm going to get him a trip over to Vancouver because we're on Vancouver Island. So it's only like an hour and a half ferry ride to go to the car show. But I can actually do that for his birthday. So I was like, perfect. I've got the cat pictures because men are hard to buy for. So the one is 0 clutter and the other one is not really going to be clutter because there's nothing. It's like there's no problem for that. Okay. Restaurant gift card for adults. Totally a winner. A total winner. If somebody gave me a Costco gift card, I'd be like, thank you. I love Costco. I'm also going there later. We love gift cards to our local butcher. Totally. That is so good. Gift baskets of cleaning items are fun. That's fun as long as somebody wasn't like, are you trying to tell me something? But that's so good. Whoa. Michelle says her 13-year-old suggested we do adventures this year, not gifts. That was just me pouring water in my cup. In case you're like, what was that? Well, of course, that's a great idea. And she wants to do anonymous gifts to people who helped us through the year. That child is amazing. You're welcome, Anna. I think consumables, they are the best. They are the best. That's why I made that video. I was just like, these are things like I would like anything consumable, anything food, maybe not some awful. Don't want any of that. This cup, actually, the reason why I'm like pouring water into it and now wiping it out is because I love my Ember cup. This would be good for anybody that likes tea. And it stains very easily unless you wipe it out, rinse it and wipe it every time you use it. But they're great because they've replaced it twice for me because I was not cleaning it properly. So if you know somebody who likes tea, get them a mug like this that'll stay hot forever. And there's different colors. I bought a tree from Goodwill this year so I can donate it after. Oh my gosh. That's a really good idea. I like that. Oh my gosh, your picture is funny too. Is that one of the guys from Okay. I thought that was like one of the guys from the hair bands in the 80s, but I don't think it is. Oh my gosh. All right, everybody. Any other questions before we go? Check out my holiday cooking videos, my cozy holiday baking. So fun. And nobody guessed, or wait, did they? I think maybe my sound was off when I said that, but and the word burning warrior kept saying about poutine, or somebody else did. Poutine is amazing. I absolutely love it. Um, I don't have it that much. I actually have done it where I've made it with cauliflower instead of fries, so it would be much healthier. Would still be kind of higher in fat, which isn't a terrible thing. We do need fat, you just not too much. Donations might not take it after Christmas. Ask ahead. That is so smart. I don't know what the 5-day away is. I think she was using my star thing. So sorry about that, Elizabeth. Megan, I live in the sticks. They take anything. That's great. But yes, I'm going to be making one of them is butter tarts. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, any of the Americans, but apparently it's Canadian. And I have my grandma's recipe, so I'm going to make that. I haven't had it for years. I'm not even a big butter tart fan, but I do want to try it because my dad used to make them and he passed away a couple of years ago. And then also Nanaimo bars because I'm on Vancouver Island and a lot of people don't know what they are, but they're delicious. And then there's another, it's a surprise thing. Remove 5 items every day. That's probably what it is, Annalie. Okay, everybody. It's so great to chat with you. Check out my new channel. I'll link it below. Check out the gift idea and then join the Tidy Mighty Club waitlist at Tidy Wait. I'll put it on the screen one more time. And I'm so glad you guys were here. It's so fun to chat with you all. I really, really love it. We'll be doing another live stream in a couple of weeks. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope something great happens for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tidy, mighty, and I will see you next